Hi, everyone. Welcome to Judith's Jewelry Box. I'm Heidi Ripka, and today we are talking all about our love for lapis. With me today is my friend Terry. Hi, Terry.
Hello. Hi, Heidi. Hi, everyone.
Hi. I love meeting you here like this every week. This has been so much fun.
So much fun. Thank you for having me again. I cannot wait.
Thank you for joining me. So this is going to be a fun show. We
They're
have
all
some
fun.
really pretty things, but more important, we're talking about a really, really special stone. I love lapis.
Lapis. Love it.
No, most gemstones like amethyst, blue topaz, when we talk about those stones, they have, interesting mystical reasons for being, or they're just an exotic stone, let's say. So there's lots of different things we look at when we look at stone. Lapis is a little more unusual. So first of all, the one thing I learned is that, well, I already knew it's actually called lapis lazuli, but what I didn't know is that the word lapis is actually stone in Latin. Did you know that?
I didn't know that either. No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
And that's because none of us took Latin because they didn't offer it when I went to school.
That's right.
So, but it's also interesting because, hi, Marilyn, happy anniversary. Marilyn just had an anniversary, and she was telling me in one of the Facebook groups that her husband bought her the Baguette Dominique band ring.
Oh, happy anniversary to you. Awesome.
So what I was saying about lapis, most gemstones, they're gemstones. They have a crystal composition, and lapis, on the other hand, does not, because it's actually a rock. And it's a rock that's typically formed in something called calcite, which is like what's in marble. And that's why sometimes when you see lapis, which is typically a deep blue stone, but sometimes you'll see some white inclusions or some gold flecks. So the white, when you see it, is the calcite. When you see gold in the lapis, that is actually pyrite, which is also another mineral that runs through some gemstones. So I was like, this is such a fascinating stone. And
very
it's
fascinating.
History. So I don't know if people are familiar with the gold flecks. I'm just going to show you here. So this is a lapis ring. We'll take a better
Oh,
look
you're
at it.
starting strong. Yeah, I see gold in
But you
that.
see the gold flecks? So that is the pyrite running through the stone. So we'll go back to this ring in a second, but I just wanted to point that out so everyone could see what the pyrite is. So it's an interesting stone or rock, but we do classify it as a gemstone. And again, it has a range of colors. So from like almost like a purple to this really rich blue color. And it's a great stone because you could facet it like a rose cut faceting. You could have it with a table, or you could have smooth cap. So I'm wearing the new cup.
Oh, wow.
You see this
that
cup?
is, oh my God.
So you see the tips,
Gorgeous.
the ends have the rose cutting, but yet going around it are all the smooth cabochons. Let me take it off.
That is so nicely done, Heidi. I love
Isn't
that.
that so special?
Those end caps are really special. They look fantastic.
Look at how the light hits off of it. And look at the color. So it's a nice, deep blue.
Wow. Yeah, I do love that blue. Yes.
And then it's trimmed with a little bit of the Dominiques over here. So it just gives it a little bit of sparkle, but not too much so that it's still a daytime to evening piece to wear. And then we have our gorgeous, we have actually take that back. I have 4 rows of Southampton going around.
Beautiful.
Have these stunning wraps with the fine beads. You have rope trim. I mean, it really has all the bells and whistles of a Judith Ripka piece. But the lapis looks so complementary against the sterling silver. I mean, when I think of like summer stones, I think of turquoise, I think of lapis, and I think of malachite. I think those are great summer stones. But the lapis, because of the rich blue color, it really feels to me like it can go in any season with any wardrobe. You could wear it with a white linen dress or a tank top and t-shirt. You could throw it on with a dress. It really works with anything. And then it wouldn't be wrong to put it on with a sweater or a blazer either. Hi, Vicky. Yeah, I mean, we love lapis. It is a great stone.
Really gorgeous.
And look at look at those cabochons. Aren't they so pretty?
Perfection.
They
I
remind
mean,
me of
it's
candy.
very regal. It reminds me of like a tiara or a crown or some
Yeah, yeah,
jewels, right? Yeah.
the way they're prongs set. Yeah, it's really so interesting. And so what I was saying before is that lapis has a really rich history. So lapis has been around for thousands of years. It's from northern Afghanistan, where it's still mined today. It's mined actually all over, but the biggest deposits were found, and it was originally found in Afghanistan. Now it's also in Russia. There's some in Canada, Brazil. Not Brazil, I'm sorry. Chile, it's found in, and there's even some in the United States, a little bit in Italy, but the main deposits in Afghanistan. So thousands of years ago, I'm talking like 7,000 years ago, like a long time ago,
Wow.
when it was first found, it was used for many different purposes. I mean, they've found artifacts of beads, so it was used as jewelry, but it was also used for, like, they used it to actually decorate the mask that King Tut is buried in. So I don't know if you've ever
Fascinating.
did you see the exhibit actually when it was in the city, like in the
Yes, I did.
80s? So I don't know if you have a visual of it. There was like
Yes.
blue stripes. So I'm pretty sure that is the lapis that they were referring to. They used to ground down. I know. Hi, Lara. So nice to see you. Isn't it gorgeous? It's really a special cuff. They used to ground down the lapis stone into a very fine powder, and it was made into paints. So when you look at the Renaissance and Baroque periods of art, and you look at like the central character, the central figure in those pieces of art, like the Virgin Mary, for example, the attire is usually, it's called ultramarine. And so ultramarine
Ah,
blue is actually ground down lapis.
interesting.
And it was actually more valuable than gold at that point. So when you were looking at the more valuable paints, you had ultramarine and then you had gold. And I would have never in a million years
Me
guessed
either.
that something was more valuable than gold. But back then it was. The
So
other,
interesting.
isn't that amazing? And so now that I'm like looking back, and I don't know about you, but I took art history in college, and
Me
I'm
too.
probably learned about it, but I guess now that gems are really my world, I'm like, that is an incredible, a really interesting fact about gemstones, because there's not a lot of gemstones that I'm sure are used like that. Other fact, it used to be used as eyeshadow for Cleopatra. Cleopatra loved her blue eyeshadow.
She sure did.
You did, right? And that was lapis lazuli ground down.
That is amazing. Oh my God, I love that reference. She's just one of my favorite female historical figures. That is fantastic.
Did you ever dress up for her as Halloween? I know you always have some great, you did, didn't you? I knew it.
I
knew
sure
it.
have a couple of years running because again, I try to keep the hair kind of in that
Totally.
style. So yeah, the eyeliner,
I could see it. I could definitely see it. So
Love that.
actually, I don't know if you noticed when I was showing you the cuff, but I'm wearing this really great
Oh
lapis ring.
wow. How did that escape me? I can usually pick these things out.
You see
That
the
is
celestial
gorgeous.
theme? And that's the other thing that I really enjoy about lapis. It's such a nice backdrop to whenever we do celestial style jewelry. So you see the moon and the star, and then so
Oh my
here
God. Yeah,
we
that is
continued,
dreamy, whimsical. I love it. It makes me
right?
happy to look at that.
Pretty
Wow.
bypass ring, and we continued that smooth cabochon theme here,
I mean, gorge.
right? And look at the
Oh, I
detail
love that
side,
ring.
the pierce work, and then you go over to the side, and again
Oh,
we have that
that
beautiful
detail.
Southampton shank. See that?
I certainly do. I
Really,
am
really
loving. I am
pretty.
loving that.
Such a nice compliment, and I enjoy having the flexibility of wearing cabochon or a rose cup, because I don't know about you, I like collecting my jewelry in suites. So I remember when I first joined the company, like one of the first suites I did was our Canary Diamonique. We used to call it Canary Crystal back then for the Judith
I have a
Ripka
few of those
before.
pieces. Yes.
And so that was like where I first started my collection. And then I was like, I like having collections. So I had a suite of black onyx, a suite of mother of pearl. And over the years, I've developed suites. And so that's what I love about lapis. You could actually, this cuff
Yes.
really could tie together if you have rose cut or cabochon, and bring that whole suite together, like that
I mean,
one
that really is
unifying
gorgeous.
bridge, right?
I love it. I really do love it. And you, I mean, you have the whole thing going on there. I know we'll talk about it, but I see you have the necklace, you have the earrings, you have the ring, you have the cuff. I love everything.
Yeah. Oh, before we go to that though, actually, I was going to jump ahead. There's another ring. So if you're not into like that whimsical look and you like more of like a traditional cocktail ring, we have a really great looking cushion cut lapis ring with the rose cutting.
Oh, wow.
And
That's stunning also.
what I was showing you before, how it has the really
the gold. I see
gold
some gold
flecks
there. Yes.
within the rose cuts and the light bounces. And this one has these very clean, triangular, like trillion shaped prongs, a diamonique that's prong set into each one. It's a low profile. You can see on my hands.
I could see that.
So it's, you know, nice and easy to wear. You're not going to worry about banging it into things ever.
That looks amazing in your hand. I love, love, love that too.
I do too. And, so,
and the color is just so vibrant, and it's just, again, good energy. Like, it makes me happy to look at.
Yeah, and isn't it interesting that an opaque stone can have vibrancy? It's not matte and dull.
Right,
It has
right.
a lot of life and light.
Yeah, it sure does.
Even as an opaque stone. And this one also has that really special Southampton texture running along the side of the shank. It just rolls over so nicely with these beautiful clean shoulders, I like to call them, where it's this clean wrap where it kind of bridges the shank to the basket. You have the double flute where the prongs connect to the basket. It's just a really well done ring.
It really is.
And it's one of those rings that if you're in, you know, you're going out in jeans, white jeans, blue jeans, whatever, you could throw it on. If you're going out in a dress, a floral print, whatever, hydrine, whatever you're wearing, it's really easy to throw on with anything.
Yes,
Oh,
effortless chic.
wait, hold on a second. And it goes with what you're wearing. You're wearing the blue locket.
Oh, yes. Excuse me.
I
It took
love
you so
it.
long to realize it.
Oh,
Isn't
and
that
the double
gorgeous?
chain.
Yes, I doubled the chain.
So pretty. Actually, I think because of the starburst in the center, I would go with this ring though.
I agree. That's why I was really
diamond
admiring that one. I thought it would go with this. Absolutely.
Do you ever wear it long, or do you only wear it short?
Very seldom wear it long. I prefer it short.
Yeah, I like it a lot, Terry. It looks really good.
Thank you.
Really, really
The
pretty.
fact that it's a locket, I mean, it's a bonus. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the intricate detail on it. I mean, really.
Oh, and you got actually, now that I'm seeing the whole picture, tunnel vision's gone. You're in this whole, like, 4th of July, blue and white.
White and blue.
Lips.
Exactly.
You.
You don't have to dress up for our theme, so yes.
Right. I love it. Yeah, I went navy today. I figured
I love your top. It looks gorgeous.
Thank you.
You always look gorgeous. So.
You're too kind.
But
the locket looks really pretty. And so the blue enamel is also a nice complement to the lapis if you want to stay in that blue story. If, you know, some people are comfortable with mixing their gemstone colors. So they'll wear green with blue, or they'll wear the canary. You know, there's so many places you can go with it. But if you feel more comfortable being a little more coordinated, it's very easy to mix the blue enamel with the lapis. And even tonals, like lapis looks very pretty. I was saying before, turquoise, you could wear lapis with turquoise. You could wear it with green chalcedony. You could wear it with malachite. There's so many different places that you could go and mix it with. Hi, Lillian. Doesn't it look so nice on her?
Thank you, Lillian. She's so kind always. Thank you.
She is. So I really think that that's, you know, you have to find what's your comfort zone. Do you like mixing your colors, or do you like staying tonal? Blue topazes work great with it.
Yeah, and like you said, turquoise, and I love turquoise as well. So yeah, you can match it up.
I think we were talking a few weeks ago about breaking rules and how even black and blue are so chic together. So if you have some black onyx pieces or black enamel pieces and you want to mix it with lapis, even in your clothing, if this was a black top, I mean, how nice would this look if this was a black whatever, black dress? It pops. It looks really great together. It's a very elevated sophisticated way to wear your blue and black together. Isn't that?
Effortless chic. I'm telling you, it just looks so nice. And like you said, t-shirt, jeans, perfect. What you're wearing, perfect. A black dress, perfect. Really
Yeah,
goes with a lot. Oh yeah, let's see those earrings.
I agree. So
Let's see those bad boys.
let's see them. This is
Ooh.
like, I like studs, but I want to add a little color to my life. This is the earring that you go with because it just, let me see if you can see it on this ear. It drops just
Mm-hmm.
the right amount,
Just the right. It's not
very
too low. It's not
easy to
too
wear,
high. It's perfect.
and it has a little movement because it has this rounded wire with the lever back. But look at that lapis bead. It has the gorgeous gold flecks.
I
It's
see it. It's a sparkle. It's just such a
really good.
vibrant color.
Isn't that amazing?
It really, really is.
Trimmed with the rope. You have, so this is what I love, the finesse of how this diamond rolls over. You have the angled berget here, right? It's just such a perfect earring to wear all the time. And it, again, ties back to, oops, where's my
It's
camera?
incredible. I mean, you have
Ties
yourself a
perfectly back. It's
nice sweep there.
right? Yeah, it's a very easy suite to pull together, and there's
Mm-hmm.
versatility. So the cuff, I think, is only offered in silver, but this earring does come in clad. So maybe you just want a simple everyday earring to wear
Mm-hmm.
with anything. This is a great earring. So if you have a clad set and you need an earring that's comfortable, easy to wear, just throw on, you don't want, maybe you have a stud and you just want an option other than a stud, this is a great earring. I mean, I've had them on all day. They're not too heavy. They're not getting in the way, and they show. They're not getting
They show
hidden. Sometimes your earrings will get a little lost. Like I
like mine,
know,
yeah, mine are lost right now, but yours are fantastic.
and listen, granted, you have darker hair, but because of that nice big, surface of
Yep.
pave, I think they'd still show up. They
I
have that
think they would
pop.
show up too. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
So really
Wow.
nice scale, easy
I
to
really
wear.
do love this collection, Heidi. Good job putting this one together. I mean, everything just goes so nicely.
It does. And
It does.
it's unusual. You don't see lapis everywhere, especially
No,
not
you
in
don't.
designer jewelry. If you go back and you look at vintage jewelry, I see a lot of lapis used in vintage pieces. Just like you see a lot of onyx in vintage pieces,
Yes.
I'll see lapis in some vintage pieces. And again, it's since antiquity. It's been around forever.
Cleopatra, need we say more?
Cleopatra,
Cleopatra was wearing it.
go like, unfortunately, we're banned to going to Europe, so we can't go into any European museums. But if you go to even museums in New York, where you could find, I don't know if they're even open, I have to be honest, but if you can go and look at some of the most important artworks, from the Renaissance and Baroque period, and you see blue, there is a good chance that that blue that you're looking at is ultramarine, which is ground lapis. It's fascinating. It's such an interesting stone. And I love that it has that history. As much as I love the meaning behind gemstones, I find the history of this stone to just be
Fascinating.
so
Yes.
fascinating. And the fact that it's had this longevity, you just know that these aren't stones you're going to get tired of. And they're in such classic settings that the styles don't go away. They don't leave with the trend. And Judith's always done a great job of marrying classic with trendy. So it just stays in your, in the front and center of your jewelry box. I have things from like 20 years ago that I bought, or 25 years ago that I bought when I first started working for the brand, that I still wear
That you
because
still wear. Yeah.
doesn't go out of
Absolutely.
style. And I think that's the most important thing. If you're going to invest in jewelry, you want to invest in something that you're going to feel is timeless and classic and,
Agreed.
spans all the generations. You're not going to feel like you're, trying to be like, I'm not trying to be my 17-year-old daughter with some of the things that she wears. It still feels appropriate
Yes.
all the
I
time. And I think
100%.
that's amazing.
Always classic. Always a classic.
Always a classic. It's always that, modern with a twist that she likes to say too. So we take like this necklace that I'm looking at, that I'm wearing, I should say. it's a classic bezel set necklace, but she adds that little extra punch. So you have that fantastic diamond frame going around the bezel.
That sparkle.
It's that sparkle that just adds that little extra oomph. And look at the little bezel set diamond at the bottom. It has 2 little beads on either side just to kind of, really marry it to the rest of the piece. And then these eyeglass bezels of diamond next to the chain, that's the twist. That's what makes it a little different. Like most people would just put a gemstone on a chain and call it a day.
Yeah. But these are the Judith Ripka details.
That's right. We don't stop. We don't just do something simple. So we added these eyeglass bezels, and eyeglass bezels are interesting because they're a low profile. I don't know when I turn it if you could see it. It's a very low profile.
Very flat, yes.
Bezel. So we do that because it gives more light to the diamond. The culet sticks out just a little bit, and it's not bulky looking.
No, right. It goes flush in the neck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
And of course, we have our signature fleur-de-lis back plate here.
Love
so it's
the
nice and
fleur-de-lis.
finished. And again, it's just very easy to wear this piece. It's an 18-inch chain with the link
Adjusted, right? Yeah.
So there's a link at 18 inches and then a link at 20 inches. So I've been wearing it at the 18 inches. But if I was wearing a V-neck, I might want to drop it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Or if I wanted to layer it with something else, like maybe wear, if I had like a slightly smaller pendant, I might wear a smaller, delicate pendant at the 18 and then drop this to the 20, something like that.
Yep.
Because that layered look is so hot right now. People love wearing more than one necklace, and as long as proportionately the scales work together, it's a great look to wear.
Agreed.
Tell me about your weekend plans, Terry. What are you doing for the 4th of July?
So we were supposed to go to Atlantic City with Mom,
right?
But the governor of New Jersey has now postponed indoor dining, so going to be gambling with a mask on the whole time. No food, no drink. You'd have to go either to the room or outside on the boardwalk, and it's just not practical.
That kind of kills
we wanted to go, and Mom was dying to go. It's not worth the risk of having the mask on the whole time and going out to eat for 5 seconds to come back. So change of plans. We're going to my brother's. He's got a saltwater pool, so we'll be going there for Saturday. So still family time, right?
It is. It is. I'm sorry. I know you and your mom have that tradition of going.
We're still looking forward to it. Yeah, thanks.
Hanging out there.
Better safe than sorry. What are you doing? What are your plans?
Well, lucky Jordana, one of her very dear camp friends lives in New York City, and her parents decided to rent a house in the Hamptons for, I think, just for the month of July. So they invited her to come out for the weekend.
That's great.
So I'm driving her out there. I just actually spoke to Mom. I said, David's immune compromised, so Jordana has to, she'll sleep in another room. She has to wear a mask. She can't be somewhere, where, people are just all over breathing.
Too exposed, yeah.
But she said they're going to be in the pool most of the time or at the beach and, minimal exposure. And it's important for these kids. They have to have some normalcy in their lives, but
absolutely
normalcy, because it's sad watching the news. It's not going away. And we're having all these resurgences, and New York's holding steady, but I think I heard that they just changed the rating from whatever we were to a medium rating because of the surges that they're seeing. They had that surge in Westchester a week or so ago because of that graduation. It's very scary. So we need to find something to brighten our day and brighten our mood, right?
I wear this at home. I wear my stuff at home. Even if I'm not going out, I'm like, this makes me feel good.
I will admit I changed my top though. I was wearing a t-shirt.
You weren't? No.
I will wear the jewelry with my t-shirt because it's just nice. You walk past a mirror, you want to look.
You feel good. Yeah, it's a pick me up. It's a pick me up for sure.
So, okay, so I kind of diverted. So so Jordana's going to be there for the weekend. So we'll just drive her out and then come. Well, actually, we're probably going to connect with David's brother and sister-in-law when we're out there because they're out in the Hamptons. We'll probably meet them for lunch, then drive back home.
Perfect.
Saturday, we got invited to a barbecue, but it's only 2 or 3 other couples. We'll all be in masks. And Sunday, nothing. But it's really I hate to keep going back to it. It's so scary to me because I've been invited to a few things and not everyone's wearing masks. And I'm like,
Yes.
you know, I know that everyone's enforcing it when they're in a public store, and I'm not making any judgment. Listen, if
Right.
you're,
You do what's right for you.
you have to do what's right for you. But for me with David, I have to be like extra
Understood.
cautious. And I was invited to a friend's party the other day and no one was wearing masks and it was very close quarters. And I said, I love you and I want to be here with you to celebrate, but I can't risk exposing David. So I unfortunately had to leave. And, you know, everyone has to do what's right for them and
That's right.
make their own decisions. But I just hope everyone has a very healthy and safe holiday and enjoys what they're doing. And, you know, that's why, by the way, I picked LAPIS because I feel like it's a great 4th of July color.
It's perfect.
It's
for the blue and the red, white, and blue.
Right? And it's a happy, cheerful color. You feel patriotic when you're in your LAPIS, your beautiful blue LAPIS, right? And you're not breaking the bank with LAPIS either, which is an amazing thing. That's why I was so fascinated when I heard about the gold pigment being less valued than the LAPIS ultramarine pigment back in, you know, I don't even know what years those were, what century. It was like 7th century. It was a long time ago, but that's really so unusual, so interesting.
And I see the banner going by. You have free shipping on these today also.
Isn't that great? Yes. I reached out to QVC. I said, we're going to be featuring these beautiful LAPIS pieces for 4th of July. And they said for today only, they would offer free shipping. So I thought that was a really nice thing to be able to offer everybody. And hopefully everyone enjoys LAPIS as much as we do, because
oh my God, again, the suite you put together is amazing. I mean, you have everything covered, the neck, the wrist, the finger, and your ears. Perfection. Perfection.
I have to say, this cuff I'm obsessed with. Hey, Dana. I knew you need some blue in your life.
Yes, right? You do.
And Dana,
go with your eyes.
I don't know if you missed it, but this ring has moons and stars in it. And I know from the story that you told us about your mom, you love those moons and stars. Isn't that pretty? And actually, this kind of is a Dana ring. It has that nice scale that Dana likes.
It really is a Dana ring. Yes. Really? Yeah, I miss our train conversations. I miss swapping. What did you buy? Well,
I know.
Buy this. You can do it virtually, but it's just nothing.
I know, but that's why I like that we could meet like this, to talk like this. Which, oh my gosh, you just reminded me. You didn't mean to remind me, but it just made me remember. We have a show next week on QVC.
Yay!
So Wednesday, July 8th at 10 p.m. And it's on QVC2. So that's not the main channel. It's their secondary channel. And I know that a lot of cable channels don't offer it. So I just wanted to show people, if you weren't already aware of this, if your cable provider doesn't have QVC2, you could either stream it to your phone, your tablet, or on your computer. And so all you do is when you open the app, you see down here in the center, it says QVC TV right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So when you click that, it brings you to this screen. And if you see, there's a banner along the top with their different stations. So the second one in, right there, is QVC2. And then when you click on that one, it brings you right to QVC2. And that way
you can stream it from your phone.
You can stream it from, your phone, your tablet, your computer. Because I don't know why it's not on all the cable stations. But I've heard people over time saying, I know you're having a show, but I can't find it. And I say it's on QVC2, and then they can't find the QVC station. So that's actually a very easy way of finding it. So the show is a 1-hour show. So it's July 8th, 10 p.m. It's 1 hour. It's with Nancy Hornback, who's been working with the line for many years. Loves Judith Ripka jewelry. She always has great energy. She always has a lot of interesting things to say. I believe she's like a certified gemologist, so she always has interesting points about gemstones. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope everybody enjoyed learning a little bit about lapis lazuli.
Yes, thank you for the education, Heidi.
Always my pleasure to bring a little something special. I hope everyone has a wonderful 4th of July, a happy, healthy holiday.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. And we will see you soon. So be safe, be well. And Terry, thank you always for joining me.
My pleasure.
Mwah.
Good to see you.
I'll see you soon. Bye.